Now, do you think that those same five black men, or black police officers in general, or Hispanic police officers in general,
Yeah.
do you think that they would have had beaten a white man and murdered a white man like they did to that brother Tyree Nichols?
Hell no, they probably wouldn't have did that.
Shalom, I'm A. Greasy Ashagapan of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, here for another episode of Crosstalk on the Crosstalk on Cross the Line Radio. And we have Marcus, once again, one of the proud owners of Two Sisters, Four Brothers. Two Sisters, Four Brothers. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Farouk Azim.
Farouk Azim. Farouk Azim, for this establishment, do you mind letting everyone know who you are?
I'm one of the Two Sisters and Four Brothers.
This is one of the owners. Thank you. Two Sisters, Four Brothers on 116th Street between 1st and 2nd. And who do I have a pleasure of speaking with today?
My name is Jay, a.k.a. Block Live, Block_Live on Instagram.
Okay, Jay. Well, listen, I appreciate you doing this interview. I have a few questions I want to ask.
That was great.
I want to say thank you for doing another interview. Everyone loved the last interview we did on Martin Luther King.
Yes.
But today, it's a little more serious.
Yes, it is.
You know, a brother was recently beaten and savagely murdered by law enforcement. And not just any law enforcement. 5 black men beat and murdered another black man. What are your thoughts on that?
First of all, it's a shame.
They would have did that to me in New York. It was no different. The beast comes up in here and do what they do. Not in our spot, but we call them the beast in New York, right?
Yeah, we do.
Why we call them the beast? We don't call them the beast because they're nice people. And
I've seen the video. I've seen it.
What are your thoughts?
It's messed up, and it's even worse because it's 5 black men. And well, one of them is white still, but it's mostly black men, and they doing that to our own people. It doesn't make no sense.
There's nothing you can say that is justify what y'all did. It's nothing. It's nothing you can explain that justify what you did. So you're wrong 3 times or tenfold, we would say. There's no explanation.
Now, do you think that those same 5 black men, or black police officers in general, or Hispanic police officers in general,
Yeah.
do you think that they would have had beaten a white man and murdered a white man like they did to that brother Tyree Nichols?
Hell no, they probably wouldn't have did that. They probably would have followed every damn, you know what I'm saying, procedure and made sure he got in that car. Say, oh hell no, they probably would have did that shit because they know the consequences. 5 black men killing a white man, that'd be crazy. That'd be wild.
Regardless of the fact, black, white, Latino, Asian, whatever you are, you're wrong. You're wrong. Y'all would say clicked up as a group of individuals to do a crime. If it was a bunch of black people doing it, you call y'all a gang.
Yes.
And you would get
That's true.
And you would get the highest end to the law.
That's true.
So what's the difference for what y'all did, no matter who, if it was black, white, or whoever he was, in which y'all did to him? Y'all grouped up as an organization and committed a crime. The highest law penalty. Y'all ganged up as a gang. Now, if y'all want to consider yourself blue before black, y'all a gang. Y'all a gang with badges and guns.
Legally. But y'all broke the law. Y'all broke the law because the law don't allow you to do what you did to that man. So now you got to treat it as us. Y'all got to be treated as us. As now it's up to the judicial system to see forth. Penalize them the way a group of Bloods, Crips, Nietas, whatever, would beat up another guy, and y'all would give them all life. Those same 5 black cops, do you think they would have treated a white man the same way they treated that brother?
never in a million years.
Why you say that?
It's in the DNA, man.
Wait, hold on.
The fear
That's
is in
very
the
deep.
DNA.
What do you mean by that? That's very
The
deep.
fear is in the DNA, man. We've been conditioned for hundreds of years, and they've been conditioned for hundreds of years. It's not just us being conditioned. They've been conditioned. They've been programmed a certain way. We've been programmed a certain way. So when they see a black life, just like when we see a black life, we don't necessarily respect it. When you see a white life or something that's different, you automatically, in your mind, think about it right now. You pause. What's that pause for? But with an African or a Latin brother, there is no pause. It's an automatic go. Where do you think that comes from? Same way you inherit your mother's eyes and your father's nose. You also inherit spirits. You inherit the DNA. You have the fear in your DNA. It's been embedded.
Question: who were the first people to join law enforcement here in America?
Shit, I don't even know. Shit, enlighten me.
Well, it was the Irish that were the primarily that joined law enforcement in America. White people. Do you know any history about when black people started to join law enforcement?
Nah, not really.
Would you be surprised to learn that black police officers weren't allowed to police white people in white neighborhoods?
Dang, I ain't know that at all. That's new to me.
Would you be surprised if you found that out?
Hell yeah.
How would you feel if you found that information? Like you went on Google right now and you learned that down south, black men who were police officers were only allowed
To police
and
their own
encouraged
people.
to beat down and arrest black people, but not white people.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And that's how the law enforcement was started?
I don't want to say yay and nay because it's just me trying to get your own thoughts.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just asking the question.
That's messed up, bro. That's messed up, man. That's a way to another way to look at the police force. Like, damn, that's how y'all was.
This is not a regular beat. This is something, it's inhumane. It's animalistic, so it has to be something to this. It looks like a vengeance. It looks like repercussions for something done.
Like a hit.
To my point I said earlier.
That's just me throwing it out there like a hit, like a suggestion.
Got together as a group to do some bodily harm, intentions to do some bodily harm
Premeditated.
to a man. This is why I say it don't matter what he was. Y'all was going to do that regardless. Maybe not to the extent. But y'all intended bodily harm to this human.
This black man.
Listen.
I'm gonna call it as it is.
Yeah,
to this
right.
black man.
Yes,
to this black man.
I can't argue when you're right.
But that's the job. If I'm a sanitation worker, my job is to pick up trash. No matter if it's in a white neighborhood, a black neighborhood, that's my job. A police officer is to enforce the rules on the books. And you have people that do what they do with that. And not all the time is it, correct. Got some bad apples in that group. I won't say all law enforcement is bad. I think there's some out there who really uphold their oath. I think they are. I would say the majority of them do. However, you also got to remember, inside that uniform is a human being with their own biases, their own education, their own way of looking at things. And evidently, those brothers, those black men who did that to that black man, on that day, I don't know what they was enforcing. I don't know what they was thinking.
Well, listen, Brother Farouk, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the 2 sisters and 4 brothers for allowing us to do these interviews out here in support of black business. Again, this is one of the only and very few black-owned business still left in Harlem, and we're going to be here and in other places that are for black and brown business. And Brother Farouk, thank you for doing this interview with us. Again, we're at 2 Sisters, 4 Brothers at 355 116th in Harlem, New York. All right. So if you come to Harlem, if you come to New York, make sure you visit 2 Sisters, 4 Brothers. Shalom.
Respect.